How's it going, dudes? Hockey Master Bro here, and welcome back to another video. And today I have a pretty special one for you. Yes, I like. So, I have been working somewhat hard, fairly hard, to get this Tier 9 German medium ranked battle rewards tank. The Kampfpanzer 50T. No, sorry. The Kampfpanzer 50T. That's how you would say it in German. Anyway, so let's go to ranked here for one quick check. So basically, to get it, you have to complete all these stages, and then where is it? You have to have 20,000 bonds, which you can't purchase. You just have to accumulate them by playing Tier 10 tanks and stuff like that, and completing stages and stuff like that, and it takes a while. But I had enough saved up, and I was able to finally purchase it. After I finished all my university shit, I finally had time. My internet, it took me... Well, I was stuck on 7 here. I was stuck on 7. Like, I got to 9, and you need 3 chevrons to get past and get to 10. I was at 9 and 2 chevrons. I need 1 more, and I kept on just dropping, and I was just dropped all the way back down to 7. But then yesterday, like, I got a bunch of good teams, and I just suckered right through it real quick. My internet was working like previously. My internet's garbage, man. Like, we have super fast internet, but like when it comes to download, like it just lagged me out so many times. I literally cannot play. I could barely go on Discord with my friends. It was fucking ridiculous. Anyways, so the reason why I dropped so much is a huge problem that there is in World Tanks right now, especially at high tiers, is just the battles are always so one-sided. Like, I don't ever remember them being so one-sided before, and like it makes it so annoying when you're trying to complete these ranked chevrons, but you just get these completely one-sided battles. Like, you either get like one-sided where you're winning all the time, or you get one-sided where your teams are just a load of anus and fucking horse manure, and then you're just fucked. Like, there's nothing you can do. Like, you're at the mercy of the matchmaking. Like, I wish I could fix it so the games are much closer, and like the teams are much more even. Now, I'm not the best player, but I'm above average, and I can prove that statistically. But I mean, like, there's only so much I can do when literally everyone dies around me. Anyways, I finally got a nice long line of good teams. I finally got to 10. My internet was good. I made it to the 2nd division. I still gotta work my way up that as far as I can. And I was able to buy this bad boy. I've been having a lot of fun in this tank. And I've been doing fucking real good. Like, my win percentage is 70%. 70%. Let's just take a stats. Like, here, let's see. Battles survived 45, hits 78% hits, 20 battles in it, so it's a decent amount of battles. Damage ratio, destruction ratio, which is pretty high. Experience is over 1,100. Average damage per game is 2,200, which is good. Average damage received, that's pretty high. Damage caused through resistance, I mean, that's not really what this tank's made for. And yeah, I mean, I've already had a good game in it. I think this is the game I'm gonna show you. I think it is. It was a loss, unfortunately, but it was a very exciting game. It just shows one of the biggest strengths this tank has, which is its turret armor. Now, this tank is its armor is very forward focused. As you can see, 120 for the hull, which is, I mean, just look at the angle of that. It's really good. And 250 here, mostly. 250, like, I mean, there's maybe some spots where it's not 100% 250, but very strong turret, and I feel confident going in front of Tier 10 tanks with this turret, honestly. If you keep moving around so they can't hit with weak spots, like this, I think is a weak spot a little bit. This is a weak spot. Maybe if heat around the cheeks will go in. But, I mean, you can get really nice bounces on this. You get some funky angles here. Like, I've had so many games where I've kind of come out about an angle like this, and they shoot me here, it just bounces off because there's such an extreme angle. Low tier tanks, if you're using your 8 degrees of gun depression, boing boing bounces off like nothing. And it's probably a little bit of an overpowered tank, if I'm honest. It's not like super overpowered, but it's still a pretty strong game, and that is exemplified by the fact that it's going to be mostly good players who are going to be able to get it, like people who can get through those, get through the Division 1, get through all the ranks in Division 1 to be able to unlock this thing, and then be good enough to be able to make enough bonds to be able to buy it. Now, I was really worried I wasn't going to be able to do it because I only had 7 days at the time to do it, but I was able to do it, and I'm super happy with this thing. I have 2 tier 9 reward tanks that just costed some time. That's all, no monies. So, without further ado, let's get into the replay. Alright, so we are on Karelia. We're top tier. I was getting so many top tier matches in this thing, like the first probably 15 battles, maybe 10 or something like that. It was ridiculous. I mean, when you're top tier in this thing, you just absolutely shred. And like, I mean, just absolutely shred. Oh, I should turn colorblind mode on. Hold on a second, I don't know why it's not. I always take a shot at the beginning of the game. So right now, by the way, this is my not my mouse movements. This is just my mouse movements from in the game. So yes, we're top tier. They have a lot of mediums. It's a very medium. Well, actually, you know what? I think it was pretty even. Actually, it's probably medium and tank destroyer focus game, I'd say, because there's only 1, 2 heavies. Yeah, I mean the Super Pershing is pretty much a heavy. Mediums and tank destroyers, and only 1 artillery, which is really nice. So I just take this first position here, go and hull down, and it doesn't. The game is a little slow at the beginning, but it picks up at the end, and you'll see. Fortunate that did not penetrate, but I got some nice assistance damage for that, so I am very happy for that, dudes. We got a lot of people on this side, on our team, on the north side, with not a lot of opposition, but it seems like there's a lot of enemies on the south side, but with not a lot of our team. And as you can see, we're already down 2 tanks, and it was our scout, obviously, and a really good tank destroyer. So, yeah. It's RNG, bullshit. Well, yeah, face bullshit, my friend. So not much happens right now. Do I get the shot on EBR? Fuck yes. Let's get rid of that EBR. They had an EBR advantage too. Fucking hate those pieces of shit. So yeah, not much is happening right now. I can't get any shots on that M103. I'm surprised I haven't really been spotted, but I'm glad because artillery would be raining shells on me right now if they did spot me. Now, somewhere around here, I was thinking about going down. As you can see, I'm looking down. I'm thinking about maybe trying to get into this area right here. That's a good spot for this tank. But I didn't want to go there alone and just get swarmed. But I see this projector is going, so I'm like, hey, you know what? Let's do this. And that's basically where I'll be spending the rest of this game, as it heats up very quickly. So I see the T-30 coming, I'm like, oh fuck, I cannot. Don't want to take a hit from this guy. He takes a shot, I get some spotting damage on that. Safe to go down here now. We're losing more tanks, although we pulled one back. Now it's time to just set up a position here and deal with these little insignificant puny tier 8 tanks. Spot a char for fart. How the fuck do you say that? Char Future 4. Future 4. I also have that one. That's my other reward one I earned. Now, pretty much here we're hull down and we're basically invincible. I'm getting a ton of assistance damage, spotting assistance damage, and some of my actual damage. But I'll be definitely getting more once more of our team dies, which we lost another 2 players, which is just lovely. And another dimension is this thing has really nice shell velocity. 1,478. I don't know why that number is so specific, but I like it. I like yes. No, I don't really have a hope of penetrating T95 from the front unless they start loading the gold, but I don't like using gold ammunition because it's cancer. I do penetrate that one, but that's because he was way over angled. Now this, I don't know what this GW Tiger P is doing, but he's just chilling there. I can't. Oh yeah, see, that was a mistake. That was I did not watch for that. That was HP I wish I could have had later at the end of the game. That was a lot of damage I just took there. No, I don't really plan on penetrating that T95. Like, it's just not going to happen, so I'm just going to let the rest of my team deal with him. People have better angled shots on him. I moved to this position, but I don't stay here very long because it's kind of in the open. I can't use my gun depression as much. Not as good a position, so I go back to the other position here. We're now down 9 tanks to 3, obviously. We just lost another 4. I've done 2,300 spotting damage so far, and almost 2,000 damage of my own. So it's a pretty, I mean, it's a good game. But I'll be doing more, and you'll see what will happen at the end. Very lucky bounce. Let's just see where that one hit. I think that one hit off the upper right plate, but I'm not 100% sure. That could have hit right here. That's why I bounced, but I can't remember. So I load 1 heat round here, and I don't remember why. I think I was maybe because I wanted to deal with the T95 or something. But he's dead, and I'm not gonna. I could have gone for a reload, but right back to standard APCR. This thing also has pretty decent accuracy. Once you get your crew up and all that, it goes. It's 0.33 standard, which is it's not German, but that's why I load the heat. But heat, I don't know why I didn't realize this. Heat does not work from the super version because it's space frontal armor, so it'll basically never go in. He gets a nice shot into my commander's cupola. But this thing has good accuracy. It's not like your typical German accuracy, but it's still 0.33. I mean, that's still good. You get some crews and vents on there, and it goes down to 0.3 for me. And there's the Borsig. I didn't really want to risk. I don't know what gun he has. If he has the big gun, he could have just derped me and done 750 damage to me. But I got a blind kill on him, which is nice. That's my first kill of the game. Now we have more tanks dropping. Another 4 tanks just dropped, obviously. Now it's just me and this IS-3. And I don't have the gun elevation to shoot that guy, but I'm just taking cover. I'm like, oh dear, there's a bunch of tanks coming. But we are in a good position. Was the SU-100 PM that's on that hill there is doing a decent he's doing an alright job. I mean, he did a good job of holding off the enemies that were coming from the east and a bit the west. But he definitely could have helped more, honestly. So I'm looking for the shot on this guy. He just drives right in front of my gun. Very helpful. Of course it's a low roll. I mean, I wasn't going to be able to shoot him in one shot anyways. But now he's definitely down to 1 shot, which is very helpful. 3,000 spawning damage now. This Progetto. He's coming pushing the SRV. Kill the Progetto. Always get the kills. I'm at 2 kills now. Now it's time for me to have a little tussle with STRV. I track him, but it was too much of an angle, so it wasn't going to go through his armor. Thankfully, he bounces on me. However, if he pushes down, like he is doing now, he is going to penetrate more because he was good at gun depression. I just basically have to use my health to trade with him. Now, it would have been nice to have a lot more health. 600 more health. Nice kill by the SC-100 PM. That helped me. I would have killed him anyways, though. Now we gotta kill this Indian Panzer. For some reason, he pushes forward. Don't know why. But now, would you look at that? We're leading. This SC-100 PM, 6 kills. He's shutting things down. Only problem, though, is it's assault. And we're on the attacking team, so we have only 30 seconds to kill these last 2 tanks. And we don't know where this Char Fritchefur is. Now we only have 20 seconds. This game was in our hands. That's why it was so close. As you can see, unfortunately the T-54 kills the SC-100 PM, and the Char Fritchefur pulls up right behind me. 3 seconds left. But I try to get out of the way, but just not enough time, unfortunately. And that's a defeat. Alright, here are the battle results. Why is my computer lagging? You piece of shit. So as you can see, it was a defeat, unfortunately. But we did get Bruiser, Fire for Effect, and Confederate. And we did get a first class master badge. Now, I did not expect the ace tanker from this game because we only did like 3,700 damage, but we did do 3,300 assistance. So it was 7,000 combined. Well, and blocking, which was 800, so almost 8,000 combined. I mean, that's still a really good game. The best part about this game was, though, our team, mainly me, the IS-3, 2, and the SC-100 PM, were able to come back from a 9-3 deficit. Like, our team was able to come back from a 9-3 deficit, and we very nearly won this game, but if it wasn't only for the time we had left. If we had even probably 1 minute left, we would have done it. An extra 30 seconds, maybe an extra minute. But I was not top of damage done. That goes to the SU-130 PM, who did a good job securing the hill. Did not come top kills with the SU-130 PM, but I did come top experience, and that was because I did very nearly just as much damage she did, but I also did 3,300 spot assistance damage, which gives you a lot of experience. Now, I mean, I'm really enjoying this tank. I'm not gonna claim that this was the best game ever, but it was definitely fun, and I thought it was really interesting, showing the strengths of this thing, going hull down, and using its decent rate of fire, and a very good frontal turret armor. If I want to get a mastery badge in this thing, I probably need to do 5,000 to 6,000 damage, plus a couple thousand assistance, something like that. I think that'll get me a mastery badge. I mean, I've been doing really good in this tank so far. I hope that I'll play this tank more. Hopefully I get some more really good, interesting videos and replays from this thing. And, well, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see y'all motherfuckers later.